Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia, and I am with you with the area of AFM. Okay, so we were discussing the areas of the accountancy there. We were dealing with the basics of accounting. So there's another question related to the basics of accounting, which says which of the following equations correctly expresses the relationship between the assets, liabilities, revenue, and expenses and capital. So the basic accounting equation is where assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. But under this equation, which is basically the extensive equation, in this equation we also include the expenses and the incomes. So how do we fit it in this particular equation? Okay, so in this case, remember, the capital would include the revenue as well as expenses. So R minus E, which gives us the profit, is ultimately a part of the capital. So all we can do is in the capital, we can add up revenue minus expenses. So this can be the point where assets are made from capital and liabilities, and we have the profit for that particular year as well. So this is the profit for that particular year, right? So the correct answer is B. This is how it looks. Assets is equal to liabilities plus the capital. It is also called stockholders equity in terms of a company. There they have their common stock, that means their share capital. Then the next point that they have is retained earnings, any money which they didn't take out from the business. That is what they define as the retained earnings, and that is something that the organization earns by number one. That is revenues. Revenues is basically the income of the organization. That means expenses are deducted out of it, and then dividend is also deducted out of it. When we talk about the dividend, it is the amount which is given. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it would be visible now. Is it visible now? In terms of when we talk about the dividend can be specified as the income or portion which is basically given to these people as a reward. That means out of the profit, the portion which is actually shared with the shareholders right away, that is called dividend. The amount which is kept for the future is called accumulated retained earnings as a part of that. So basically, the profit minus whatever we are giving as dividends. So the correct answer would be normally what happens is in the capital only we add the profit for that particular year. This is the extensive form of the equation. Now comes the next point, which says the favorable balance of profit and loss account should be added in liabilities, subtracted from current assets, subtracted from liabilities, or added in capital. If your profit and loss account is positive, that means you are having money in your pocket. If you are having money in your pocket, so that particular money that you are having is going to be added in your capital because your capital is being increased, right? So if your capital is being increased, this profit would be added in the capital. Now, the cash is received from Mr. A debtor, a person who is supposed to give money to the organization, right? So, cash is supposed to be received from him. So, it will affect the cash and the debtors, cash and the owner's equity, cash and the creditors, and cash and the merchandise. So, when we talk about the cash which is received from a particular person, so a debtor of the business, it will affect. Say if I'm supposed to receive money from someone and I receive money, so that will affect my cash account as well as my debtor account. So in this case, the correct answer would be A. Right? So it is both of these accounts would be affected. The next question, it says the equation is a part of the transaction analysis model. Okay. The equation here is nothing but a basic equation which is just written in a sophisticated manner. It says whatever money of the organization is, owner's equity is the contributed capital, whatever money you and I would have contributed, plus the retained earnings. Second says, what do you mean by retained earnings? It is basically from the total income, whatever amount you have already given to the people, whatever is left, that is the savings of the profits now. Then, what do you mean by the term net income? It says that is income minus expenses. That's how we make the profit, or all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Rather, you need to note down all these formulas as well. It will help you a lot to understand what exactly we do in terms of an accounting scenario. See, if I say, do you know I have money in my business? So you'll ask me that how do we have money in the business? I'll say there is a certain money which I contributed, and there is certain thing that I have already saved in the organization. We earned a lot, but we gave hardly a part of it towards the people now. That is retained earnings. And then retained earnings, that is net income minus dividends. And then net income is equal to income minus expense. That is all of the above. Right? Now comes the next point, the outstanding salary as shown as added to salary while preparing P&L, salary shown in the liability side of the balance sheet under current liability, A and B or above, none of these. I think this would make more sense. The outstanding salary is a salary which I haven't paid yet, right? This was basically a personal account. It's a personal account. So in that particular area, if I'm supposed to pay that particular person, so basically my expense is going to increase, right? So I will, first of all, it's something that is that would be shown as an expense that I'm supposed to pay, plus it is a current liability or a long-term liability. I am supposed to pay salary to the people. They won't even wait for a month. That means this is basically a current liability. So both of these points are correct, A and B. Okay. In income measurement and recognition of assets and liabilities, which of the following concepts goes together? If we are looking forward to measuring the income and also recognizing the assets and liabilities, is it periodicity, accrual, or matching, cost, accrual, or matching, going concern, cost, or realization, going concern, periodicity, or reliability? How do we define this? When we're talking about income measurement, we measure the income as per the year that we are talking about. Then we recognize the assets and liabilities which are basically there in the organization at the current period, right? So the correct answer is basically periodicity, that is the period point. Then we have the accrual. Accrual means even if things are due, you should note it down. And matching concept, which says expenses and incomes should relate to this particular year, and based upon this we record our profit or we record our losses. That is matching concept. Moving on to the next point, it says according to which concept the proprietor pays interest on drawings. Accrual concept, conservatism concept, entity concept, or dual aspect concept. When we talk about the proprietor paying interest on drawings, see, IOD is paid by the proprietor. Basically, what happens is the proprietor is treated as a separate person. You and I are treated as a separate person, and the business is treated as a separate person. So, if business requires any money, and so if I give that money to the business, it's called capital. And if I take money out of the business, it's called drawings. So if I'm taking a good amount of money out of the business every now and then, now the business will put up a clause that if you're taking so much money out of the business, we'll charge the drawing interest on that. So that is something that they're saying. The entire fight is of the businessman and the business. That means your organization and its owner. They are not the same person. They are two different person, which is causing all the thrift there, right? So the correct answer is the entity concept. Now, which of the following is called the book of original entry? As soon as something happens, the things are noted directly into it. Receipt and payment, trial balance, general journal, or general ledger. As we go through go through the classes that we are done with, you have studied that there's something called general. We have just studied the term journal. It starts with the identification of the transactions in terms of money. We'll measure them and then we will record each and every transaction in a singular manner. That is how we define the term general journal. Right? So the correct answer is C. Purchase of furniture on credit. Decrease in asset, increase in liability, increase in asset, increase in liability, increase in asset, decrease in liability, or decrease in asset and decrease in liability. If I purchased furniture on credit, think about this particular transaction. I got furniture because I bought it on credit, and then I paid for it. Purchase of furniture? No, I haven't paid for it. I have bought it from a person called Mr. Vendor. Then I will pay him later on. That means this asset is there in my pocket, but I have got a liability to deal with as well, which I'll pay after a certain period of time. So basically, in terms of purchase of furniture and on credit, it would mean buy an asset, but it would also lead to an increase in liability. So the correct answer is B. Increase in asset and increase in a liability. Now, the next point is decrease in one liability may lead to. I've paid off my liability today, so what will happen? Will it decrease in an asset, increase in another liability, either A or B, or none of the above? If I am paying off a particular liability, I must be losing my cash, because how do we pay off people? We pay off through the cash balance, or we pay them through the bank balance. So if we are making a payment to them, it can be from any of these areas. So the correct answer would be decrease in the asset. Okay, so this is where my session ends. We have talked about the various areas of assets and liabilities. Okay, in the upcoming class, what I'm going to discuss is about we'll be talking about the various natures of various accounts. Nature of various accounts that would include real personal nominal, plus the cradle. I'll prepare the questions according to these so that you can practice well in terms of all these different terminologies. So by the time we are dealing it with in terms of the examination, you are clear with all these concepts, because at least one question or two questions is always asked from the nature of nature of that particular account. It can be real, it can be personal, it can be nominal, it can also be based upon the area of the real personal nominal, or it can be said that what is it? Is it a capital? It is basically a revenue or asset. The classification based questions can also be asked. So we need to be opened up towards all these transactions in that way. Okay. Uh, our JIB batches have officially started, and at the same time, our sale has also begun. So, if you're looking forward to that, then kindly go ahead. The information of all the details are available on our website. Let me show you what is exactly going on. If you go on to our website, you will find all the details. All you need to do is you need to go on to our website. As soon as you go on to our website, you will find all the details of the same. If you go on to www.adda247 here in the JIB and CIB, You just need to click on the area of JIB, CIB. Mahapacks are available on double validity at this point of time. If you purchase one, then if you purchase any of these packs, then you'll get double validity. If it is for 12 months, it's for 12 plus 12. If it is for 6, it would be for 6 plus 6 months. So depending upon your requirement, you can purchase it. If you're looking forward to the JIB Ka Mahapack, in this Mahapack, you will get 600 hours of classes, 258 test series videos, as well as the ebooks, and it is as per the current syllabus. So all the details of this Mahapack is given. What is the plus point of this Mahapack? All the live classes are available for you. The mock test series would be opened up. The video solutions is there. Then the revision batches, all the batches which would be coming up after this would be opened up for you. The recorded lectures would be available for you. The ebooks, the numerical batches, the case study batches, topic-wise questions, as well as in-depth analysis. Everything is available for you during this period, which you can look forward to in our classes. All you need to do is you need to click on the area of buy now. You can use the code Y541 and apply it, where you will get a discount of 6559.20 for this particular Mahapack. So kindly do not delay this good opportunity of buying it at such a nominal price, that is at 81% discount currently, if you're looking forward to it, as well as it is available at double validity as well. So kindly go ahead and check it out on our website. Okay, let me show it here. If I click on this area, all I need to do is, if I want to purchase the JIB, CIB Ka Mahapack, which is basically both of these included, that is included in terms of the English medium as well as the bilingual, both the batches would be available for you. That means each and every concept which is being taught in any of these batches would be opened up. All you need to do is you can use the code Y541 and 10799.20. You can get both the packs at 10799.20. So if you're looking forward to the JIB CIB Ka Mahapack or the JIB Ka Mahapack or the JIB classes, there is a discount going on for a very limited period of time. So hurry up and check it out. Thank you everyone, and have